Voila. You see a whole bunch of stuff, don't you? A whole lot of things. Very good. Very good. Now,
What happens if you do like make it caps?
try it. It'll say command not found. It's just not going to work.
Oh,
Linux is case sensitive. Linux is like that Sedity girl, right? Right? You know the Sedity girl? Oh, you got to have this. You got to have that. You got to have this. You got to have that. That's Linux. Unfortunately, Linux does that, right? Very sensitive. Yes.
So does all commands have to be in lowercase?
Do all commands have to be in lowercase? 99.9% of the time, yes. 99.9% of the time. There are some. Yes. Very few exceptions, though. Very few. Very few. It depends. Sometimes if the word is in caps, you got to type it in caps. I'll explain that later. But 99.9% of the times, yes. Lowercase. Very good. Okay. Now, has everybody opened it up? Now, let me explain to you guys the differences between and how to identify directories and files. Directories and files. Okay, here we go. So now, if it's blue, it's a directory. If it's blue, it's a directory. Write that down. If it's black, it's a file. If it's green, it's an executable file. Are you guys hearing me?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Look what you smiling for. If it's blue, it's a directory. If it's black, it's a file. If it's green, it's an executable file. Who can tell me what an executable file is? Not you, Harold. Mr. Yusuf.
The one you can edit?
No, absolutely not. Not you. Who on Windows has ever had to run something called setup.exe? You've downloaded something and you had to do, they tell you to run the setup.exe, right? Everybody's done that, right? It's like maybe you're trying to install some kind of program, right? All an executable file is nothing more than a slave proc or slave program. It does things on your behalf on the back end. You just execute it and it does things for you, right? It's been programmed to do something for you. Make sense? Very good, right? So you just run it, and it starts doing a whole bunch of things. Oh, you're gonna run throughout your Oracle career. You're gonna do so many executables. It's not even funny, right? When you're installing the software, you're gonna have to use the an executable file, right? When you're doing when you're configuring RAC, real application clusters, right? You're gonna have to use a whole bunch of executables, right? And I'm gonna expose to you guys to all this, right? All right. So if it's blue, it's directory. If it's black, it's a file, and if it's green, it's an executable. All right. So now, everybody, in Windows, if I want to go from yahoo.com/sports back to yahoo.com, Mr. Andre, what do I do? In Windows.
Click on the arrow.
Click on the what?
The arrow.
The arrow, right? The back arrow, right? Very good. In Linux, we don't do that. To go back in Linux, we simply do this. No. First of all, watch this. Anytime I tell you guys to move or go somewhere, it always starts with CD. No more clicking. We're done with that. Remember, the first differentiation between Windows and what? Linux is that Windows is Windows is GUI. He gets surprised, all right? Windows is GUI. While Linux is what? Command-based, right? Very good. So with Windows, you point, click. You see, click, click. Like dummy see, dummy do, right? Linux, all command. Command, baby, command. Now, there is something called Enterprise Manager where we get there like in week 4, 5, or 6, right? It's all GUI. I'm teaching you guys the hard way now, but once we get to week 6, 7, you guys are gonna hate me when I show you everything that I've taught you up to that point. You're gonna hate me because you're gonna see that I could have taught you guys GUI. You're gonna hate me, but I gotta teach you the hard way, right? I gotta teach you the hard way, right? All right, very good. So now, to go back, right, you hit the back button in Windows. However, in what? Linux, you do what? CD space, dot, dot. Everybody do that. CD space, dot, dot. And then you press enter. CD space, dot, dot. Now, what do you guys notice? What's different? Who says the same thing? Who says the same thing? What do you mean it's the same thing? No, it's not the same thing. You did what? No, what did you say? Wait, did you say what?
It didn't take us anywhere.
It didn't take you anywhere?
It took us home.
It took you to where? Very good. No, because you didn't put a space, did you? You did CD dot dot. CD space dot dot. I know just about every error that's going to occur in this class, just about. I don't even have to come there. I already know. Believe me. All right. PWD. So where are we at now? We're at home. Everybody, if your screen is black, you know what the password is, Oracle. Correct? All right. So now let's go back again. Right now we're in home, correct? So now I want you, how do you go back? What's the back button for Linux? What's the command to go back? Very good. So everybody type CD space dot dot again. And after you do that, I want you to do CD space dot dot again. Did anything change, Miss Charlene? CD space dot dot enter.
Oh.
Right? Did anything change?
Took the home away.
Took the home away, right? Now, what do you see? All you see is the slash, right? Now open it up. Open it up. What are you guys looking at me? I taught you how to open things up. List it. List it. List it. Type LS, everybody. Type LS. Has everybody typed LS? When we do LS, right? Remember, a directory stores directory, it's in subdirectories and files, and at the end of the day, data. Correct? Now, the purpose of us doing what LS is to do what? Is to see what does this root directory hold? Because we're going from directory to directory. Remember, Mr. Root, he starts with, I think, 301 and then whatever, 495, 295, okay, 198, whatever, right? This is the root directory, right? To get to 198, right? Inside of the root directory, there must be a 495, or else we can't go further. Does that make sense? Now, everybody, I've shown you guys how to go back. Now I'm going to show you guys how to go forward. Now, I want to get back to Oracle. Now, the location for Oracle to get to my Oracle directory is what? Very good. Uh-huh. Keep going. Let's go. Uh-huh. Very good. So now, right now, what is our present working directory? No.
Present working directory is root.
Very good. Very good. How do you know what your present working directory is? Just look. Look. Charniel. Damn it. Charlene. Yeah, Charlene. Yeah, Miss C. From now, I'm just going to call you Miss C, right? How can you tell what your present present working directory is? Point to it. Point to it exactly. Put your finger right on it. No. Right there. Right there. This has nothing. This just sells the user. Guys, I'll say it again. I'll say it again. I'll say it again. This Oracle at New Way 01 means nothing but the user and the server. That's all. Get this out of your head. This is username and server name. That's all. Username, server name. That's all. Username, server name. Server name, username. That's it. Sometimes you could see root at New Way 01. Right? That's all that means. Root at New Way 01. It's either Oracle or root. Right? This just means the user and the server that you're in. Right? Now, what's here is what matters. Right now, you're where? At the root directory, right? Just like your C drive. It'd be like you just clicked on C drive. That's it. Your C drive. Right? Okay, so now watch this. Everybody type ls. We all did that, right? So now I want to get back to Oracle. Now the path. Think of PWD, guys. Think of PWD, present working directory, as the GPS of Linux. Think of PWD as the GPS. You know how you go on your phone and you put in your maps, right? You remember that girl, right? Like last month, you know, that you got that number and then she told you to come over, right? And she gave you the address. You know, you put the address in there and then it gives you the step by step, the GPS. PWD tells you how he got to that girl's house. Right? Make sense? Right? Okay, that's what PWD is. It gives you the path. It not only gives you the pathway, all right, of how to get to a location, but it also gives you exactly where you are, your present working directory. Does that make sense? Okay, so now we know that the pathway to get to Oracle is /home/Oracle, correct? Now, I want to get back to Oracle. To do that, we simply do this. Now, I want to move. What's the first things I have to type? Very good, very good, very good. If you remember that, who said change directory just now? Very good. We're going from directory to directory, not from directory to file. It's always directory to directory, right? Directory to directory, not file. And if it's blue, it's a what?
Directories.
If it's green, it's a what? Ah? No, I heard somebody say file.
Executive file.
Very good. If it's black, it's a what? Can I CD to a file? Is it possible? Is it possible that I can go from I can CD to a file?
No.
Who thinks it's possible?
Director.
Huh?
You change from directory to directory.
Very good. Right? Very good. Very good. All right. So we're here, root, right? Now I want to get back to Oracle, right? So how do I do that? Really simply. Since it's time to move, CD is the same thing as click. When we want to move in Windows, right, it's click, right? Now with Linux, if I want to move, I simply do this. CD space. No, that's going back. Remember, look, Mr. Fred, you can't go any further back. This is it. The mount point, it don't get no further down than that. That's it. Foundation, I can't go further than that. Right? Ground level, foundation, ground level, first floor, second floor, blah, 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 right? Now, if you're on your second floor, which is on this guy, you can go back down too, right? But when you're on your foundation, you can't go any further down.